Mrs. Cedric Fu.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for allowing me to answer Mr. Pritam Singh's earlier question. I just want to ask him that being a member of the Select Committee and having the chance, of course, I assume he have read the Select Committee report and agreed to it, and to recommendation 12, where in the first instance, the first principle is, in order to deal with it, we must deal with it with speed in a matter of hours. So the first part of my question to him is, does he deny that, does he now retract that such issues, countering fake news, can take much longer, or does he still subscribe to the fact that it has to be dealt with as a matter of hours?
Mr. Singh.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I thought I made that clear, but I'll repeat myself then. Obviously, there will be instances where the response has to be dealt with in hours. The question is whether the Select Committee report commits itself to the executive being the decision maker. This is the key point. The Select Committee report does not commit to the executive as the decision maker. And I think the point that needs to be re-emphasized is while there's no cause for me to take my name away from any conclusion of the Select Committee report, I stand by it. But a speedy response can be foreseen, can be fathomable through another decision maker, namely the judiciary.
Mr. Fu.
So, thank you very much, Mr. Speaker and Mr. Singh, for answering and affirming that he agrees that a matter of hours is of utmost importance. He also said just now that he agrees that the judiciary needs to be bulked up, or whatever exact word those was, in order to be able to respond in a matter of hours. And I'm not saying that, coming back to the earlier point, that the Select Committee report make a decision or conclusion on who's the decision maker. I agree with him on that. But if the judiciary has to be bulked up to be able to handle issues as a matter of hours, as opposed to the executive branch, which is supported by 16 ministries, 135,000 officers with years of experience in different domains, security, economics, health, education, and fake news can occur anywhere. How long does it take to bulk up a judiciary before it can respond in a matter of hours? Thank you.
Mr. Singh.
Mr. Speaker, the point that I think Mr. Fu is making is that the courts need to be bulked up and so forth. The question that you put to me. Yesterday, during the POHA debate, we were informed that the process through applying for applications for online falsehoods for individuals and companies would be a quick one. And separate courts have been set up for this, for Singaporeans, for individuals and for companies. And it is in that context that I believe that a speedy response is possible through the courts, because those courts are going to be set up by virtue of the amendments we passed under POHA.
Mr. Fu, is there any new points to it?
Yes, probably the last engagement to give others a chance to speak. POHA is for private matters. And if somebody felt that they have been harassed as a private individual, they'll go to the courts. And I think Minister SMS has spoken about how to make the court a little more efficient and lower cost for such purposes. POFMA that we are debating now is about public interest, it's about riots, it's about possible spread of wildfire, it's about racial disharmony. These are huge. These are public interest matters that has to be dealt with much faster than the POHA case, because that's an individual's interest. It's important, but not as urgent as in cases under POFMA, which are both important and urgent and has to be dealt with right away. So if it is to equip the courts to have the same capability and response time and experience and domain knowledge as the executive branch, then I think it's a very far-fetched idea. I don't see how the courts can reach that state.
Mr. Pereira? Mr. Pritam Singh? Mr. Pereira? Oh, Mr. Pritam Singh. Yeah.
Mr. Speaker, it is not my understanding that in cases of online falsehoods targeted against individuals and companies, POHA is going to present a slow response for these individuals. That process also can be quick. If not, there would be no provision for interim orders. So I disagree with this idea, unless I've gotten POHA completely wrong, that individuals and companies cannot expect a fast, expeditious solution to falsehoods that have been carried against them. So again, the Workers' Party will stick to the point, and we believe that the courts actually can respond to online falsehoods speedily.